Throughout human history, we've uncovered the ruins of once great civilizations, deciphered ancient scrolls, and decoded languages long forgotten. But not everything has been explained. Some discoveries defy logic, challenge historical timelines, and leave even the smartest historians scratching their heads. These mysteries aren't just lost to time. They're actively avoided, feared, or completely rewritten by those in power. From impossible technologies to unexplained disappearances, these are the top 10 unsolved ancient mysteries that still baffle historians. Number 10. The Fiasto Disc. It was 1908 when Italian archaeologist Luigi Pernier unearthed something strange inside a Minoan palace on the island of Crete. A clay disc, no larger than a vinyl record, baked solid and stamped on both sides with bizarre symbols, spiraling inward like a riddle carved by time itself. This is the Fiasto disc, and over a century later, we still don't know what it says. The symbols aren't just random. There are 241 of them, 45 distinct characters, including human figures, animals, weapons, and even flowers. They were stamped, not carved, suggesting a form of printing long before printing was ever invented. Is it a hymn, a legal decree, a religious calendar? Every theory has been proposed, none confirmed. The writing doesn't match any known language, not linear A, not linear B. Nothing we found before or since. Number 9. The Nazca Lines. Etched into the dry desert plains of southern Peru are some of the most enigmatic drawings in human history, the Nazca Lines. Created between 500 BCE and 500 CE, these massive geoglyphs stretch across nearly 200 square miles. They depict animals, plants, and geometric shapes, monkeys, hummingbirds, spiders, some stretching over 1,200 feet. But here's the mystery: these figures are only fully visible from the sky. The Nazca people had no known access to flight, so how and why were these lines made? Some researchers believe they were ceremonial walkways. Others think they were astronomical calendars aligned with the stars. And then there are the fringe theories: alien landing zones, ancient GPS systems, coded messages to the gods. Despite decades of study, we still don't have a definitive answer. The desert preserves the lines, but time only deepens the mystery.
Number 8. The disappearance of the Indus Valley Civilization. Over 4,000 years ago, the Indus Valley Civilization flourished across what is now modern-day Pakistan and northwest India. They built sprawling cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, with advanced drainage systems, organized streets, and standardized weights. For their time, they were shockingly modern. But then, around 1900 BCE, it all stopped. No signs of massive war, no records of a catastrophic event. These bustling cities were simply abandoned. Historians have offered theories. Maybe a shift in monsoon patterns dried up their rivers. Maybe disease decimated the population. Or internal conflict fractured the society from within. But here's the catch: we can't read their writing. Their script, found on seals, tablets, and pottery, still hasn't been decoded. That means we have no records of what happened, no final messages, no warnings. It's as if a whole civilization, brilliant, thriving, and ahead of its time, vanished into history, leaving behind a mystery we're still trying to solve.
Number 7. The Antikythera Mechanism. In 1901, sponge divers off the coast of the Greek island Antikythera stumbled upon a shipwreck. And inside it, something that should not have existed. A corroded bronze lump that turned out to be a 2,000-year-old analog computer. Known as the Antikythera Mechanism, it's made up of dozens of precisely cut gears, dials, and inscriptions. Once cleaned and studied, it shocked the world. This device could predict solar and lunar eclipses, track planetary movements, and even calculate the dates of the ancient Olympic Games, all with remarkable accuracy.
It was like discovering a pocket calculator from ancient Greece, centuries ahead of its time. For years, scientists couldn't even agree on how it worked. Only with X-ray scans and 3D modeling did they start to uncover its secrets. And yet, one question still echoes. Who built it? How did ancient craftsmen with no advanced tools or telescopes create such mechanical genius? We still don't know. No other device like it has ever been found. Was it a one-time invention or evidence of a lost level of knowledge we've only begun to understand?
Number 6. The Sumerian King List. Carved onto an ancient clay tablet over 4,000 years ago, the Sumerian King List appears, at first glance, to be just a historical record, a list of rulers and dynasties. But it hides a bizarre twist. Some of these kings are said to have reigned for tens of thousands of years. The first name, Alulim, is said to have ruled for 28,800 years. Others, even longer. It isn't just poetic exaggeration. These numbers are precise. Too precise to ignore. What's more puzzling is that the list blends myth and reality. Legendary kings with impossible lifespans appear alongside real, historically confirmed rulers. Was this Sumerian mythology, a symbolic calendar, or something our modern understanding can't explain? Even today, historians argue over its purpose and whether the kings before the Great Flood were ever real. These Sumerians, after all, were the world's first known civilization. But how much did they really know?
Number 5. The Lost Labyrinth of Egypt. Herodotus, the ancient Greek historian, claimed to have seen a structure in Egypt more astonishing than the pyramids, a colossal underground labyrinth. He wrote of 12 roofed courts, thousands of rooms, and endless passages, all filled with intricate hieroglyphs and sacred carvings. Modern archaeologists have searched, but found no trace. Satellite scans near Hawara hint at buried foundations, yet full excavation has never happened. Why? Some say politics, others claim the site was destroyed, or perhaps it's still there, hidden beneath centuries of sand, waiting to rewrite history.
Number 4. Göbekli Tepe. Buried for thousands of years beneath a hill in southeastern Turkey lies one of the most baffling discoveries in archaeology, Göbekli Tepe. Built over 11,000 years ago, long before the wheel, agriculture, or even writing, this site predates Stonehenge by 6,000 years. And yet, its builders carved towering T-shaped pillars, some over 16 feet tall, weighing tons, decorated with intricate animal reliefs, snakes, boars, birds, lions. No tools, no metal, no wheels. Just stone, sweat, and something we still don't understand. But here's the strangest part. It was deliberately buried. Around 8000 BCE, someone filled the entire complex with dirt, intentionally hiding it from the world. Why? Was it sacred? Was it abandoned in fear? Was this place built by hunter-gatherers or a lost civilization we've never identified? No one knows for sure, but one thing is clear. Göbekli Tepe rewrote history. It proved that complex religion and monumental architecture existed thousands of years before anyone thought possible, and that the ancient world was far more mysterious than we ever imagined.
Number 3. The Voynich Manuscript. In 1912, a rare book dealer bought an old manuscript from a Jesuit college in Italy. What he found would go on to become one of the most mysterious books in the world, the Voynich Manuscript. Bound in aged vellum and carbon-dated to the early 1400s, the book is filled with strange, flowing script that doesn't match any known language on Earth. Hundreds of pages feature unreadable text alongside intricate illustrations, bizarre plants that don't exist, women bathing in green liquid, and celestial diagrams of stars and moons. Experts, historians, and even cryptographers from World War II and the NSA have attempted to crack the code. No one has succeeded. Not even modern AI can fully translate it. Some say it's a lost language. Others believe it's a hoax. A few believe it might be the product of a lost civilization, or even something not of this world. But after over 100 years of study, one thing is clear. The Voynich manuscript is keeping its secrets. Number 2. The Baghdad Battery. In 1938, a strange object was pulled from the ground near Baghdad, Iraq. A small clay jar containing a copper cylinder, and inside that, an iron rod. At first glance, it looked unremarkable. But when scientists examined the structure, something clicked. This ancient object could generate a weak electrical current, like a primitive battery. It's believed to date back to the Parthian or Sassanid period, nearly 2,000 years ago. But here's the question. Why would ancient people need electricity? One theory is electroplating, using electric current to coat objects in precious metals. But we have no direct evidence that this was being practiced in Mesopotamia. Another theory suggests it had religious or ritualistic significance. Maybe the shock was part of a ceremony, or perhaps it was just a coincidence, an object with no electrical purpose that just happens to resemble a battery. What makes this even stranger is that multiple similar jars have been found in the region, all constructed the same way. So, were the ancients experimenting with electricity millennia before Benjamin Franklin flew his kite? We don't know. No documents, no instructions, just a few jars, a lot of speculation, and a mystery that continues to spark debate.
Number 1. The Lost City of Atlantis. Atlantis, the legendary city said to have vanished beneath the waves in a single day and night. First described by Plato in 360 BCE, Atlantis was portrayed as a wealthy naval superpower, advanced in architecture, politics, and science. Its sudden destruction, said to be divine punishment for human arrogance. But was Atlantis ever real? Some point to Santorini, where a volcanic eruption wiped out an entire civilization. Others suggest the Caribbean, Antarctica, or even under the Sahara. Over 2,000 years later, we still haven't found definitive proof, just sunken ruins, scattered clues, and endless theories. Atlantis remains a riddle, trapped somewhere between myth and history.
History is full of questions with no answers, yet. Thanks for joining us on this mysterious journey through the ancient world. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, drop your favorite mystery in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more forgotten truths and untold stories. Thank you, and see you soon.